Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about AWS CloudWatch alarm using the Terraform. How we will achieve dynamicness, to create the alarm dynamically using the loops. How we will use flatten function. Basically, this is the most useful scenario in the productions, right? This is the production. How we will use in the real time. So we will start. If you have any issues, right, to understand the logic of the Terraform perspective, so you can go through my playlist AWS Terraform and AWS CloudWatch. So we will start in the code wise, right? How we will achieve, dynamic, how to achieve dynamic. So let's suppose we have a already code written here, right? And basically I told you how we will create. I have already created first video. So basically we do not use any automation and all, right? This is where dot and all these things, but this is the automation, right? Let's suppose we have a 2:2 instances and we need to create CPU utilization, memory utilization, disk utilizations. Okay. And we will create using all the alarms in this block itself. Okay, we do not need to write these blocks 4 times. I hope you understand what I am trying to explain here, right? So basically we have clearly metric name, CPU utilization. You can make memory utilization, disk utilization and all, right? And we have a 2 instance ID. Basically here is a 2 instance already running in the system. Let me show you. Basically there are the 2 instances which is running. Let me, how it is, it looks like hold for a moment. I think my router is stopped, so I just have restarted. So here is the 2 instances, right? And where is the alarm dashboard? So right now we do not have any alarms created. I have done for testing already, so I have removed. So let's come to the, I meant to say variables. We basically do have a variables to CPU utilization and disk, right? This is the instance ID. We have a 2 and this is the alarms, right? So I have used local type of the local. So I have declared map key and value type of the variable. So you have to make sure these 2. So I need to create in a 1 block all these, 2 instances. 1 instance is 2 alarm CPU and disk. Second instance is 2 alarm CPU and disk. 4 alarm in a 1 block. So how we will create? So please focus on this, right? We are having a one flatten method. Basically this will take a list, okay, and replace any elements that are, this is already written, right? It's a dynamicness we can achieve, right? So what we are doing, this is the list, right? Okay, hope you understand. This is for loop. Let's understand for loop metric. This is the variable name just for us, right? Metric in where dot metric name, right? Where dot metric name here. So let's suppose CPU come, send then is the child for loop. So instance ID where dot instance ID. So the where dot instance ID, that is the one. First CPU utilization, but for loop first need to finish this, right? So metric, what is the come metric is the CPU utilization. This metric value CPU utilization, but that is the child for loop, so it will execute entire. So one is metrics, one is CPU utilization, instance ID. Then again next instance ID, metric is already CPU utilization. Again this metric is CPU utilization, but instance ID is different. Hope you understand. In a same way I have implemented resource AWS CloudWatch alarm, EC2 alarms. For each 4 alarms is local.alarms. So that is the locals. So local.alarms and how alarms.metric. So that in the alarms that is comes in the metric alarm dot instance ID, that is comes in the alarm is the instance ID, okay, inside the alarm. And I have already declared alarm as a map string, right, key value pair, okay, and that will be pointed to the alarms, right. Alarm name, I have explained, this is, make sure this is the format function, okay. This is, I have entered this value here, keep small s. So first it will come each dot value dot metric. So I hope you stuck here how that is for each loop, each dot value dot metric, okay. So if you are assigning for each loops, right, so you have a key and then value, okay. If you want each dot key, then you have to define each dot value dot metric. Metric is a key and we would need value of this, right. So this is the way, each dot value dot instance ID. I hope you understand. It is little difficult to understand, but you have to, each dot value dot metric, each dot value is dot key, because we are getting the result inside the alarms here as a key value. So first metric value is CPU utilization and child loop need to be executed. Child loop instance ID where dot 2. So first instance ID CPU utilization, second instance ID again CPU utilization. Once it is finished, then come to the this for loop. This for loop metric where dot metric. So metric value CPU utilization and then disk utilization. Then it will be execute for both. Okay. Hope you understand. Then in the alarms we have a two section. So while key metric is equal to your CPU utilization, value instance is equal to your first instance. Then again metric is equal to CPU utilization and instance ID is different. So hope you understand. Make sure while you are writing, so this will add a small s. So first small s value, this will come here, and first second value, this will come here, right? That is the format function. Evaluation period, I have already explained in my earlier videos. This is the data points, comparison operator, threshold operator, namespace, because we are using EC2 metrics. If we are using ECS, AWS ECS/ECS, AWS/Lambda, if you are creating Lambda alarm, metric name. Now each dot value dot metric, each dot value dot metric. So first metric value will come here, right? And alarm description, instance ID, each dot value dot. Make sure while you are having this logic, so metric, whatever the maximum time of the traversal of this loop, so make sure we should have a, in our environment, instances multiple and metric 2 3. Like let's suppose this logic will absolutely will work, memory utilization, CPU utilization type of the things, right? Disk utilization type of the things, right? So this will suit because we have a threshold itself. So if we want 60% threshold for memory, CPU both, so it will create, okay, easily we will create, and disk utilization as well, right? So threshold is, I have keep the 5 and comparison less than 5, so we can get the alert. Okay, alarm action, this is the SNS point which I have already created on the AWS account, so I can make it is here as a URL and make sure that is a list. Okay, I would say. And this is the dimension. Dimension means based on which, right, you are putting. So I have an instance ID, so we are putting each dot value dot instance ID. So each and every time this will be executed. This is complete dynamic tracks, right? If you like this video, kindly do share and subscribe. This is a great help for me, right? So now our work is now to execute. I will show you because I have already I have initially before creating, I'll do the testing and all, right? So Terraform init, Terraform init is completed. Terraform validate, if you have any issues, so go through my AWS Terraform and AWS CloudWatch playlist. I have explained in very deep dive in earlier videos. If you have any issues, variables, files, Terraform, TF-dev, TFR voils, and all these things, right? So that is also success. So Terraform apply, I will do auto approve. So that is the one. This is going. Okay guys, this is coming. Let me show you. Okay, that is completed. I think this is completed. Let me show you. It's a 0 alarm that is refreshed right now. This is value is insufficient. Right now it is not synced yet. Okay, alarm is created. If you noticed, one is stopped, one is running. So I'm best, that is being charged. This count will be charged for me. If you like and subscribe, that would be a great help for me, guys. But it is just like a production. So we should have a one block. We have created multiple alarms. So as per this, right, this is the running. So we can check this is the running 707B. This is, and this is, let's see. Because earlier I have tested, so I got the alarms as well, right? This is okay. Just now it is get it. This is also okay. I have got it, but let's see. I will show you because it is again. If you like and subscribe, that would be a great help. Okay. So that is in alarm that is triggered. Okay. Because this is a running EC2 instance, and I would say you can understand high EC2 utilization for CPU monitoring, and instance ID is this. This is in alarm state because this server is stopped state, so it will come as a in if sufficient, right? And one more thing for the production, if you want alarms for insufficient data, so we should have one value is data breach enabled. Okay, one keyword value data breach enabled is true. By default it will be false, so that's why we are not getting the alarms, right? I would say once more, if you can do, this is the first for loop, second for loop, and one more thing, why I keep this key value, because this instance giving the map values, and this is giving list, and flatten method itself take input as a list, dynamic list type of. So that's why this sign here, this sign list, I mean map string. Okay, and this is the alarm. Things are coming alarm, or alarm variables I have declared here. Okay, map string. I hope you like this video. Kindly to share and subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for watching.